Bring the right foot forward in between your hands. Bring hand on top of hand just above your knee. Drop your hips, drop your pelvis, getting a nice stretch, dropping down. Lift up your arms. Bend the elbows out to the side. And bring the left hand down into the left shoulder. And the right arm reaches up, looking up if you can. Coming onto the heel, aim your head down towards your knee, so keep a bend in the knee if you need. Bring the right knee back, bring the left foot forward. Hand on top of hand, dropping down, get a nice stretch. Now lifting up your arms. Now bend the elbows out to the side. Opening out your chest, opening out your shoulders. Right hand down into the right shoulder, left arm reaches up, looking up if you can. If it's okay for your neck, if not, look forward or look down. Now coming onto the heel, aim your head towards your knee. And we'll come into child pose. So bring the knees as wide as the mat, big toes together, sitting bones back to your heels, and stretch your arms forward. Drop your elbows and forehead down. So if your forehead is not reaching the mat, you can bring hand on top of hand and rest your forehead like so. Otherwise, get a nice stretch in your arms, forehead down. So this is a nice hip opener, while at the same time being a relaxing pose. So it's a really nice pose to come into, relax in between poses, or if you feel you need a rest, come into child pose. And there are a number of variations of this pose. So within this pose, we bring the arms out to the left a little bit. So bring the right hand on top of the left. Drop your head down the center. Now go to the other side. Bring the left hand on top of the right. Drop your head down the center. Going back to center. Curl the toes under. Lift up the knees, hips, sitting bones, stretching back to down dog. Bring the heels closer to the floor. Alternate bending your knees. Just stretching out your legs, stretching out the hamstrings. Drop your head, drop your neck. Just move your head, make sure you're not holding any tension there. Stretching the arms more. Just resting here for a couple of breaths in down dog. Coming down into your knees. Come into seated position. So bring the right foot into the inner opposite thigh. Bring your hands onto your legs. Again, keeping a straight spine if you can. So wherever your hands will land, if it's here or if it's here, just keeping a straight spine, looking forward. Bring your left hand onto your right knee, right hand behind the sacrum. Bring the inner elbow into the spine to help you straighten up more. So we're not like this, we try and straighten up. Looking back over the right shoulder. Close your eyes here if you wish. Now straighten out the right leg, left foot inner opposite thigh. And again coming forward, so keeping a straight spine, and bring your hands to wherever they land. Looking forward or a little bit down. Try not to bring tightness or tension into your shoulders. Now bring the right hand onto your left knee, straightening up, look over the left shoulder, close your eyes. And release. We'll bring the right foot, we'll do happy baby pose. Sorry, not happy baby, cradle the baby. I knew it was something to do with baby. Right foot into the inner opposite elbow, or wherever it lands for you, because everyone's hips have different levels of flexibility. And then just cradling your knee and rocking it over from side to side. So it's a nice gentle hip opener. Nice, bring your right foot into the inner opposite thigh again. Aim your head down, getting a nice stretch. And release. Now we'll do the same with the left. Left foot into the inner opposite elbow, rocking it over from side to side. Bring the foot again into the inner opposite thigh, coming forward, a straight spine, hands wherever they will land. Keeping the breathing nice and calm. Going to come to lying on your back again. Feet hip distance. Now we'll come into bridge pose, Setu Bandha. Feet hip distance, push into your feet, lifting up your hips, sitting bones, interlace your hands, shuffle the shoulders under. And so you're pushing into the soles of your feet, your heels into the tips of your toes, using all areas of your feet to lift you up. So they're working actively and evenly. Just holding this for a couple of breaths. Coming down. So we'll go into what's called happy baby. So the knees are hip distance, knees bent, feet are hip distance. Bring your hands to the back of the shins, like so. Or if you're able to go deeper, bring your hands to the arch side of your feet. So try and have the knees inside the arms. You can bring them out wider if you wish. You can rock over from side to side also if you wish. You want to try and make sure you keep the spine and the sacrum on the mat. So this is really nice to neutralize the spine after the back bend, and it's also a lovely hip opener. Yeah, if it's accessible for you, try and straighten out the right leg, right arm out to the right. So you can keep a bend in the knee if you're not able to straighten it out. You can bring your hand to the back of the shin. So whatever's accessible. So you're trying to aim the toes towards the floor and the heel towards the ceiling. It's an amazing stretch for the back of your leg, one of my faves. Release, and now we'll do the same the other side, stretching out the left leg, left arm out to the left. Both legs. And coming up to seated. So bring your feet together, knees out nice and wide. This is butterfly pose. And bring your hands onto your toes. So this is amazing to build your flexibility. You can feel the stretch in your inner thighs, your hips. So aim your head down towards your feet. Bring the elbows out nice and wide if you can, just whatever is accessible for you. Holding here for a couple of breaths. and coming all the way up. So that is our practice, our hip practice today. Hope you enjoyed.